enim guase no ya Dawson. Ghana Airways, Kotoka International Airport. Utuka na bedu ha. Ufro biya man so na bedu Kotoka. A ho asam no aya homete. According to our Wahab Farouk. Aka 5, aka 10. Uninke to biya ho. A hon komobo, what she ebida. Our Wahab aka nsem bebre. Ghana ya so aman bi asene amane wasan ho ade ntia de ne mpanimfo no nye na de no munye ye. The Godson's reaction on the Godson TV commence yenti alo have Farouk nkomo yi. Dr. Nimo Kanyare ne modru in what scientific hospital Imadak travel consult yadamwase. Thank you.
Ta ujitu say Ghana ye airport ye o say for terminal 3 no is one of the best and a beautiful West Africa. I hope ujitu say
Meyitum is one of the best it was one of the best things President Mahama did,
but not in West Africa.
Well, in West Africa no, predominantly which countries are we seeking to compare? What the Ghana airport, Ghana as a country, what they no compare Gambia Banjul airport? You're making a terrible mistake. When they compare Robertsville, Liberia, we are just only joking. When they compare Freetown airport, the post office, you are just joking. When they compare Burkina, one bed, one console. And how do we strike that kind of balances of a comparison? It doesn't happen. Ghana should be comparing herself to South Africa, Johannesburg. Compare Ghana to Morocco. Compare Ghana to Egypt. Then we're talking about the healthy comparison. You don't come and tell me West Africa. You compare Ghana to Benin. You compare Ghana to Togo. But look at even Togo airport now. Efficiencies.
All right, so Ghana, we can't even boast of airline.
Don't talk about airline. Can say one bottle weight, bottle my friend aircraft.
No, make casa because of the way your airport you're very busy.
I'm gonna die
in and out.
I'm gonna hate my own good friend. Esiama is my best friend. You will hear me today.
Live on top 103.1, 26 minutes after 5. Final.
Actually, Obi Aweti Bibi am friend.
Yeah, Esiama, so I have Mr. Mineno problem.
Actually, Obi Aweti Esiama say I have said no program and there's an issue. Yes. Top radio. There's an issue of Ministry of Transportation. Esiama, please come on. Don't hear me, Madam.
I have Mr. more problem with him. Or you're one person, or you're close to one of my bosses, but. Even apart from your friends, the airlines, the transport one Casano to me, say what landing beaches and that kind of. Oh my goodness! Yes, Ghana then gateway to Africa.
Anything you are born. That is why we have a problem. We got it completely misdirected. I mean, those are the times we were talking about the independent post-colonial. Then they said, oh, Ghana was gateway to Africa. We're embracing all diaspora and blah, blah, blah. But technical understanding, commonsensically, watchman bear no see if you or a landlord.
Watchman be a landlord.
Now, say, if you now not gator. Me, I'm down, I'm gate. Do not take it in a landlord. So, gateway to Africa, so you have opened, you are sitting at the gate. We are talking about destinations of Africa, not gateways to Africa. So if it is gateway to Africa, they are yes. What be? So people enter and go and do things at the destinations, and that is what explains our weaknesses.
There's starting point in so way.
Yes, starting point of Africa. And what have we? If we are the starting point of Africa, there should be something to show. There should be something to show. Not a country like Cote d'Ivoire, our war raged, or cool for 10 years. I said in the country for 10 years. Also, we better turn around. Et ma be build a career. We revival Cote d'Ivoire. What ma taught 324 flights more than 23. Or call every African destination. Think of it. Gateway to Africa without even Bandarati jet IFNP 2. Make a country narrow island in the Pacific. Almost fly Bandarati the sea annuum. And your helicopter annuum is in a take off Nipa 7 the comb. Your country in the aircraft or something to boast of. Then let's come home. How many major airlines do we have here? For 50 years, British Airways is flying in the airs of Ghana. We flew passenger back and forth. Now British Airways operates 10 times a week. Gatwick and London, 2 times daily. KLM standard 7 days a week, in and out, full going, full coming on Tumo. Air Brazil started operations in Ghana only 5 years. Oko pull top, in and out, full back, full in. Air France was started only 3 years. Look at the passenger rate, full top, in and out. Qatar started that by Qatarian Airways is always full now, in and out, or connecting Asia and other parts of the world. Dubai, Emirates, full top.
The other count, France, is it France? France airline,
Air France.
Air France.
Yes, I know, Magajono.
The way Air France is in boy Juma Wagana has seen Air France, yes, will be saying, with the mere money again.
Emirates, I was laughing because of an incident on Emirates. The last day, the flood, I happened to be affected in the flood. There were some people the economy ticket, eco business class, better. You see, now Emirates, how many passengers? Shani destination Far East, Middle East, 8.5 hours. Obi call London or Timokoka Emirates, Dubai, and San was starting a journey to go the next 8 to Europe, and so they call. Turkish airline 7 days a week. Ethiopia so 3 times, minimum twice a day. Ethiopia from Accra to Kotoka, take off in London. Air Cote d'Ivoire, Air Burkina, Air Sky. How many of all these aircrafts are operating 7 days? Kenya Airways 7 days. South Africa Airways defunct. Oguye was starting Ghana and didn't start in the biggest passenger hub, Air Ghana. Now, what kind of hub of West Africa? It is not Lagos Murtala International Airport, and it's not Namzikwe Airport in Abuja. In terms of numerical sense of population, Nigeria has the bigger numbers. But in terms of airport, the hub are operating with more international aircraft, quality with efficiencies in Kotoka International Airport. And interestingly, all the dispatch, all these aircraft, Brunibian or dispatch aircraft. Ghanaians, we have trained more grand staff more than any other country in Africa. You don't know? British Airways is dispatched in Kenya by Brunei. British Airways is dispatched in South Africa by Brunei. British for now involved. In Tanzania, British for now involved. Only country, even in Lagos, the British are doing their own thing. All these airlines, Mabubudin, Air France, Ghana for the dispatch. Take off in London, BBI Ghana for. Ghana will start for Bia Ukrumha. And these airlines have poached them and taken them.
Top radio.
Country Ben Odin is aircraft. Tell me, Dubai need more than 3,000 fleets. With all their money. You lease it. What do you hear, Jumautia? I heard that no changing no akwaje foforo. So all the time Boeing is owing you. You are owing Boeing. Now the year Juma, you make your money. Which aircraft in the world, free Africa, or places the 4th best operating aircraft? Ethiopia. Ghana put Ethiopia Airways there. Ethiopia Airlines was made possible because of Kwame Nkrumah, the OAU, Echo Addis Ababa, and the Haile Selassie capitalized on it. Send your mobile baby plane before Ethiopia Airlines, the only aircraft in the world that operated throughout the COVID. Or we COVID, they know I thought Dreamliner more than 10. Kenya is a total Dreamliner. Rwanda, Paul Kagame started Air Rwanda. Air Rwanda is now going to Washington and is now landing in London everywhere. European destinations. Are you not even happy? Say Ujina Airport, no who country flag. Kenya Airways is not for Kenya government. Kenya Airways is for Uhuru Kenyatta's family. But they have redirected it. The energies for everybody to feel say is the government of Kenya and an in flight. No. Even with that, you are happy to see Kenya Airways as a Kenyan. And we'll call destinations. Or call Shanghai. Or call Singapore. Or call wider destinations. Ethiopia acquired the main Franca, acquired to Buenos Aires, or call Sao Paulo, or call Caribbean. All destinations. But be even American lines and that British Muntim Ethiopia for call. Now or hub or passenger fleet, Ghana for 2 coin, any other country in West Africa. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. And yet, We need one single aircraft apart from president there no team no far corner.
And a top radio.
And Obia private African world. And only the only time we see Ghana flag across out of the frontier. Lagos have farthest destination Abuja no aba. The farthest destination Freetown no asi no aba. We need flight to could free Accra Senegal.
Why don't we have one? Why are they?
Because of course the direction of the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, they don't get it. They do not get it. Because there was a time when the Ghana Airways became defunct. Yebenya Ghana Airlines. That was also another history to do with. Ekroma, Ghanaian pilots. Ekroma, you have no single idea. Now fly on Nigeria. First, now Virgin Nigeria as a baby. Now Nigeria Airways, a lot of Ghanaian pilots. Ebi or Emirates, Ebi ko Qatar, any other day. Very good pilots, trained. I know me now. Young guys. I know me now. I'm trained in South Africa. You know my son was in 43 Air School.
Yeah.
You understand? Cause Ghanaian boys say training. Well, you go so.
Farouk.
Yes, Amasa.
We're brutal.
Those schools in Abakukra boys in Obia no they are flying across. Air Cote d'Ivoire Ghanaian pilots also. And it's so sad. Such a Ghana girls Dubai Emirates wasisa womu. Ghana air hostess Qatar Airways wasisa womu. Ghana girls Kenya Airways so. Any Ghana young guys Kenya Airways so. You have an idea? And what stops you? So Winim said the management, administration, airline and civil and aviation, you were people in the industry and women are versatile and well learned. Women in the South Ghana young girls. I can't mention their names. The dispatch British Airways are. Would you say Kawaii aircraft to carrier? You will not tell these people and give them the same salary. They will love to work for their country. And common now abrofono. They don't respect them to some extent, but they are working because they need to survive.
Yeah,
do you understand? Into our Ministry of Transport, but I say I'm a vision. 7 years, we are left with 8 months to go, and 20 men put to one single aircraft.
Farouk na sembe na okay. Open aircraft from Asuyama.
And media.
Now buses within local one. On for bus, I
will not deal with the bus because I'm for bus. I'm talking about what breaks the capital money because the employment. If you have an airliner, employment generated. Do you know how many Kenya was in the staffs?
And top radio,
flight attendants, cabin crew, pilots. Kenya was Omuda Labadi Beach Hotel. Se Kenya was a former Koko Jinaho. National boys in the aircraft in the bay. The highest be a 24 years.
Young guys. Young guys.
24 years. Captain. Captain 24. First God. Officer 22. Your young girls too be the flight in Bagan had the BR. The 2 young girls, the senior pilot, a captain Ankasa or 26, the co-pilot Ayoba or 23. They come here and leave.
When I heard the CMA saying so, Juma, landing beaches, oh my goodness.
Oh, Papa. So Kotoka International Airport. Now started checking a international flights from time Kenya Airways by about 12 o'clock. This are copying the midnight and then early dawn of Morocco, Air Morocco Betua. Count to the fleet. You have turned around no less than 3,000 passenger to 4,000 passenger hub a day. Or flight in him. What are we looking at it here? What we are looking at this all the major flights in Gange. Now, Ministry of Transport in collaboration with the GRA, in collaboration with the Ministry of Aviation and the Ministry of Transport. Moment they hear money taxes that you levy them, but are you so crazy? Said the taxes that you levy the airline, they pass it on to your passengers. Ghana has the most expensive ticket in the whole of West Africa because you don't have a career, because you don't have a competitor. Now go to Kenya and now go to Ethiopia. Or back actually also on my own land. So many medicine of a friends Lufthansa also on sea. Destination abesi non subesi. Ghana was even when Ghana was there. were restricted because of bad administration, because we always bargain low because we have bad, very, 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 let me call it, bad people leading that ministry. Either than that, we were going to Düsseldorf, we were landing in Rome, Fiumicino, and then we were landing in London. KLM didn't allow Ghana ever to land at Amsterdam, and so no has 7 times a day. KLM, why can you do that to Kenya Airways? You lie bad. My Star Alliance. Baby, I will see on Subesi. So if Belgium ban it from Kenya, on Subefi Kenya ba Belgium. To open up the competition. And it's our national career, no, all flight, you know, which mean my price in the Baswa. You have the control. So you reduce your fare. Say yes, you need homemade, you know. You had the fare to Accra landing in and out. And it's a media pack. And he said the moment Ghana was here, Juman will reducing the fare. British Airways must comply. Yes, I will lose passengers. You know. This is the way to draw the energies. And the Ethiopians, they don't struggle to buy tickets to other destinations because carry enough force other airlines to drop their fares. Ghana and even economy class to in June and you'll be paying economy to Dubai back and forth about $4,000. But the same aircraft, you know, so or baby with the same distance to other African destinations or no aircraft, they can't take more than $5,700 because we need our competition. So the national carrier will determine how much. You can go to Rwanda and your friend is a Emirates and charge Rwandese passengers. So from Rwanda, it doesn't matter the distance. We're talking about in terms of even the cost. You know, one team charging abnormal. Edu May, June, July, August. Airline bia charge the ope astronomically. Obia no utimi kasa because the ministry cannot even sit the airlines down. Esiama and then aviation ministry, they can't sit the airline down. Say Ghanaians are too much suffering. And these people, they go out there to do what? Just to do trading because we economy now is trading and marketing oriented. Our citizens now the kofa niamaba. No kofa niamane be wiyesu obedu airport then GRA as also omsusu asate. It tankra ne pese ye Ghanaians. How do you want even to treat your own nationals? Aircraft onya ono ne de amfo. Auto expensive no de ko. Oba soso a ne niama bag miensa bag mienu 5 bags. Custom officer wadakro obenyane. Custom officer wadano ohu Ethiopia Airlines, ohu Kenya Airways, ohu Emirates, obe sorry. Because the destiny of the country is in somebody's bag. What a cheap economy and what a cheap country. What a cheap country. And nobody seems to care. Nobody.
Is it too difficult? Though what can? But is it too difficult to
because I know, don't go. Me, you don't ask me questions, I know what to tell you and what is coming up. It is not too difficult because the carriers, you know, they collect money and give to those people to prevent them. Were we not in this country that 2 years ago, Ghana Airways, there was a publication by the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Aviation, Ministry of Transport, and Ministry of Education. Ministry of Transport and Aviation.
Aviation, yeah.
Sir, women Ethiopia for agreement. They are going to operate Ghana Airways, operated by Ethiopia Airlines. Are you not so when you're so dumb? And I'm so shameful. Wo Babati Airline now operated by Ethiopia Airlines. Now Ethiopia Airlines no. The management and then the flight no tobigum. And this agreement is saying they made the whole noise of it. The Ministry of Transport made whole noise of it. The Aviation Ministry made the whole noise of it. What happened to that agreement? Flight now operating Ethiopia Airlines for the operating. What happened to that agreement? What happened to it? What the aircraft no call lease never dimbo operated. Abrofuni nyina yebi. What the co-share with Ethiopia Airlines near was a Ghana Airways ni.
All right. Me sir, about say na Ghana Airways good here.
Ghana Airways good because you be nyinya managers, mismanagement. What the Ghana Airways free New York Accra. Take off time 11 p.m. coming to Accra. By checking. When him JFK Airport say emuwa, and there's all checking later by 7. There's all checking later so that you can walk to the gate. About 7, after na penyin bi wo krom ha, ministers wo krom ha, transport ministry for other government or friends, high profile personalities. Ne ire kwa downtown Manhattan 30th Street. Kwa Kotoka. Until they have to stop the flight. Into America for ne ya load passenger and no more pushy. What free tunnel nano na Ghana was ya didn't call waiting tunnel. Into Debiano, what has happened? You late landing and then late departure. The late landing will take about 10 to 15% of the revenue airline be generated. Late departure Accra there on one on Farouk and to take it off late to Accra and the time as we do London no are located as we see from between if against no technical year between 6 to 6:15. 6 to 6:15 as well London. Heathrow Terminal 5. About 7, 8. No my not tell us call technical reason. China tell us call technical reason. Adecha tell us call technical reason. And there be a technical reason you do late London and late departure. And a British for compile a car dooms in the flight in Besua. Omo de aduomuka late departure no attra to Ghana ntua late London Ghana ntua no mo compile. Nti omo nya atase no mo fa plan say no. Enkofo mo yankwasiafo. Eni sa na tie dia yenji omo passengers run na Ghana for before Ghana Airways nkra ne mbra ye chese yen finish omo. So 2 aircraft DC-11 and DC-10 na ba ko ofumachino e wo Italy and London omo lodu wie ya na omo be take off no and revenue authority in Italy omo ma omo flag so yeni o Italian revenue mo late landing late departure wa ha sei ma compile amount no eso enti mungu yi mo passenger ho na mo fa plane nsi ho mutu aka wi anu matum plane enti omo yi passenger na Italy for your special flight Alitalia time Italy for DC-11 no na London for Heathrow so HGC-10 enti omo chi 2 aircraft no enom yom passengers eka ho eka time akene so Emma Ghana has to even to go and pay sa flight musa baby akwa DC-11 DC-10 Omoji, that was when British started coming 7 days. That I know 5. Alitalia the same thing.
Me what? Okay, because 7 but news won't be 30 minutes.
No, I got to go.
Yeah, it's my main fat course kakra. Na fe main fat time no news phone. 055 sliding to barrier. And we no so de nyame ya dom. Nyame tre ya. So ni say ye ba ha wo na no sha ase.
I think
so. Etu ne ye nko ne sa ma ye nanka bra. Na be a Ghana for any kakra emayen Ghana was near better ya betchim by be a group Nigeria have na ya di because see ya kwa ne se okodi dia ba na ho nsem bebre yeah sorry
Ghana was manager time flat here so muntu nko 37 gongo ya mfamra me show
one word how they describe Ghana leaders abaka dey
say omadi nyina hwamo they don't have the country at heart. The priority no misdirected. Nti omu say Ghanaian citizens no yajo. Ghanaians are very controllable, very peaceful. And inka omu ma there's no country in the world that we minister untimi US kana uniska. But in doing that, you know, look at how best and what kind of legacy you leave behind. And me feel say much as say so omu US ka crown the unwia, but leave a legacy. And I'll borrow the words of Lee Kuan Yew. Or say, much as I stay in power, I steal the country. But the longer as I stay in power, I give back to the country.
Nyaku poncha say tons afrel. Oba. Your friend me kwabno so admade.